That video montage that you guys just saw was not completed. It was supposed to go for a little bit longer, but something happened yesterday that took a turn for the worse, and I could not finish filming. So the whole entire montage was supposed to be me waking up, cleaning my apartment, making my bed, taking a shower, getting ready with a nice cup of cold brew coffee to come sit down with you guys and have a conversation with you and talk to you with my cup of cold brew coffee. But I also had some homework to do. So I woke up early, filmed what I had to film, sat down, had a cup of cold brew coffee already that was freshly made from that day, and I started to do my homework. My homework usually takes me like 3 or 4 hours because I am taking psychology, biology, and math, and I like to knock the homework out as early as I can, so in case I gotta go back and fix stuff, or if it's incorrect, I have the time to go back and edit it and fix it and turn it in so that I can get a good grade. Well, yesterday I sat in bed for around 4 hours, drank 2 very strong cups of cold brew coffee, and ended up giving myself an anxiety attack. I literally was running on anxiousness the whole entire day, and on top of that, I slept maybe 3 hours the night before. So not only was I running on no sleep, I was also running on adrenaline and a lot of caffeine, and my palms were sweaty. I literally felt like I was having an out-of-body experience. I couldn't breathe, my chest hurted, I was out of breath, and then I get a text from my mom, and she's like, "Hey, are you out of breath too? Can you breathe? Because I feel like I can't breathe." And I was like, oh my God, my mom has the COVID, which means I have the COVID. If we both feel the exact same way, like there is no other thing that could explain why I'm feeling how I'm feeling. And I was like trying not to freak out because I felt myself closely losing my shit and having a full-blown anxiety attack, and I didn't want to give in. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop texting my mom. I'm gonna do homework. I'm gonna try to keep my mind off of everything and just try to relax. And what sucks is that right now it's 109 in Phoenix, and I cannot go outside and work out how I usually do and get my blood pumping and get my mind off of things without dying of dehydration or getting sunburned. Towards the end of the night, I texted my mom and I was like, "Hey, how are you feeling?" And she's like, "I'm feeling better. I think it was just anxiety. I took some pills for it." But she also told me that she had a lot of caffeine the day before this happened to her. So we kind of put 2 and 2 together, and we were like, well, I had 2 very strong cups of cold brew coffee, and you had caffeine, which you don't usually have anymore. And today I woke up and I was feeling so much better. I texted her and she said she was feeling so much better. So we were guessing that it was just a caffeine-induced anxiety, but it lasted the whole day for me, like from 9 o'clock in the morning all the way till I fell asleep. Like even trying to fall asleep at 11 o'clock at night, I could not fully take in deep breaths, but I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna fucking die. I'm fucking tired. I have not slept appropriately in days and I just wanna sleep. So I fell asleep and I actually ended up sleeping through the whole night. I woke up this morning around 9 a.m. and I feel rested. I haven't had a cup of coffee today. I was like, you know what? I think we're only gonna do 1 coffee every other day because I make my cold brew really strong. And I just realized how strong I've made it, because usually I drink 1 cup a day and it does nothing to me. I feel good, I feel awake, I feel energized, I feel like I can take on the world and keep up that energy throughout the whole day. But when I had those 2 consecutive right after the other, I felt like I was gonna die. And just imagining that that's how people who actually have the virus and have COVID must feel, it really just brought me back down to earth. I was like, I really need to wear this mask, because if the people who actually have COVID are having trouble breathing, like I had trouble breathing with my anxiety attack or my anxiety, I don't want this disease. I don't want to catch it at all. And I mean, I've been taking precautions. I've been putting on the mask. I've been washing my hands. I've been doing everything that I've been doing. But if I'm being honest, there are times where I'm just like, I don't want to put on the mask when I go to the store. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But knowing that that's how it feels, it's going to change shit for me. And I'm going to start protecting myself at all costs, because that anxiety attack lasted all day and it sucked feeling that way. No coffee today, but I hope you guys enjoyed that little montage of me cleaning my apartment and that you got to see a little bit of like what my apartment is looking like. Still not perfect, still not the way that I want it to look, but it's a start. I enjoy how it looks now. It feels much more homey. And I'm also wearing a beanie today because I don't want to do my hair. My hair is getting to that point where like it's awkward trying to like style it, because it's in that stage where like it's frizzy and it's poofy and there's not much that I can do until it like starts growing out more and just like swooshing by itself as it did last year. I don't know why I cut my hair. I shouldn't have cut it. I miss my long hair, but that's why we're letting it grow out again. And I have an excuse to wear beanies and look cute, which is nice. We're living through a crazy time right now with COVID and the protests and the riots and President Trump tweeting out the most stupidest, ridiculous things, our government turning on us or finally showing their true colors, because we've known what the government is and who it benefits and who it's really for. And it's not for us, African American, Latino, minority population. And in Phoenix, the last 2 days, we've been having protests and riots, essentially. Yesterday, a lot went down in downtown Phoenix, and I actually live about a mile from downtown Phoenix. Like, I can literally walk out of my apartment and see downtown Phoenix right here. And that last night, there was just like helicopters flying. I kept hearing police passing by in their cars, and I got on Twitter and on Facebook and on Snapchat and saw a lot of rioting, people breaking windows and damaging stuff all over the city. And it is understandable, the anger that we are feeling as a community, as people who are not the majority or people who are not white. There's not really anything that I can say to, I guess, make things feel better besides saying that I stand with you guys. I am there with you in spirit, but just know that I am here for all of you. I support you, and I hope that these protests and these riots do something to wake up the government and to wake the policemen of across the country up, and that we are not the enemies. You know, we have been very respectful. We've been quiet for so long, and this is just us having enough. You know, enough is enough, and we want to be heard, and we want to stop the unjustful killings and the unjustful arrest and I don't know. It is unjustful. All of this is unjustful towards us, towards blacks, towards Hispanics, towards people who are not white. And it sucks. It sucks to see America being destroyed, not only mentally, but also physically and emotionally. And a lot of people have had enough. And while I don't condone the riots, I do think that there is a justifiable meaning towards them, because we've tried everything else. We've tried every other option available, and none of it has worked. So this was kind of our last straw. But just know that I'm here and that I am with you guys and I support you guys. We just gotta keep on fighting the good fight and getting the word out there. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say on the topic because obviously it doesn't directly affect me, although I have been affected by it as a Hispanic. You know, there isn't really anything that I can say besides give you my support and spread the word I guess is the most important thing to do, is just spread the word. I guess that's it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys, have a little conversation with you guys, catch you up on my life, catch up with you guys on your lives, and hope that you guys are all doing good. If you guys are going to the protests and the riots anywhere in the country, because I know that they have a lot all over the country. I know Phoenix has protests right now, Los Angeles, New York, Georgia, Minneapolis, Denver. Please be careful. There are a lot of policemen who are using force on people who aren't really doing anything, on reporters, photographers, bystanders, people who are peacefully protesting. They are being shoved to the ground. They are being pushed. They are being arrested. Their equipment is being broken. And as much as I would love to myself be down there with you guys and take my camera and film all of this, I cannot risk having my camera broken and risk endangering myself. But if you guys are willing to go out there and do that, just be careful. And I'm not saying be careful for the protesters or the people who are rioting, because you're not their target. Be careful for the policemen, because they are your target. Like, they're looking for you. So be careful with the police. Don't get arrested. If you can, don't damage property. I know it's very tempting to fuck shit up, but a lot of these businesses who are in the areas that you're protesting have really nothing to do with what you're protesting about. I don't know. I just know that I don't want to see downtown Phoenix in shambles and broken and beaten down and have to follow a new law because of all of this, and have them take away things from us because of the riots, which New World Order. I called it back in March. New World Order was going to be called in, and I feel like this is that gateway for them to be able to be like, that's why we're going to start a New World Order, because all of you guys don't know how to behave. But that's another story for a different video. Anyways, I will see you guys in next week's video. I hope that you're all taking care of yourselves through the COVID virus, through the protests, through the riots, through anything that you have going on in your life. Just take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. I will see you guys next week. I don't know if I said my intro yet, but if I haven't, or if I have, you're gonna hear it twice. I hope that you guys are all having a good day and a good week. Let's start that over again. I hope that you guys are having a good day and a good week and a good month and a good year and a good life, and I will see you guys next week. Okay, bye.